What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So I want to talk about how the narcissist wants you to fail, but they pretend like they are rooting for you. They pretend like everything is fine just the way it is. And that's because they ideal of a perfect them is within a perfect you. But at the same time, it can get tricky when you're dealing with a narcissist who, they fail to see your flaws. They only feel that way only when things are going good, you giving them the best supply. But the moment you take that supply away from them, it's when they start to devalue you and point out all the things that you once mentioned that you had an issue with. But how it makes them, they always wanted you to fail, it's because it was always their plan to throw this back in your face. They never really wanted to see you at your best. Now, it is things about you that I'm not going to say they admire. If anything, they're jealous of it because they can't find a way to be themselves without showing the very grim side of them. So instead, they pretend to be you at times. They mimic you. They dress like you. They steal your style. They even talk like you sometimes. And if they can get close to your friends, they'll get close to your friends and your family members. Again, that's all a part of the plan. That's all a part of the plan that proves who they are in the future. Because, of course, when a narcissist, when they show us the real person behind the mask, that's when all of these different things will come into place that, portrays just this different side of them. And all of those things that they know about you and they learned about you, they will use it against you. So, don't always think that because someone is telling you that you're perfect just the way you are, you don't need to work on yourself, that they are looking out for the best interest in you, because they're not. Sometimes they know that this is something that can kind of be holding you back for whatever reason, and they want it to be like that. They want you to stay in a position that you're in. They're not looking out for you to be on a high level or to get that promotion. And sometimes they talk that talk to you, but behind your back, they're saying other things in a negative way, like they don't really believe in you. Like they don't feel like that you got it. And a lot of times that comes from jealousy, because not only they know that that's a lie, they know that you have the potential. It's just that they push for this. They push for other people to see you the way that they want the people to see you, because they don't even see you in a negative light. It's just that with the narcissist is always a game plan. They're very calculated with everything that they do. So it works out for them perfectly when they can get other people to go up against you. All of that plays a part along with the smear campaign. But don't always think because somebody's telling you, you good the way you are, that you should stay that way. Focus on you and how you want to be. And focus on becoming your best self. Because, say for instance, like my situation with me and YouTube and the videos and what I talk about on this channel. A lot of times, and I've got this comment before, like, why don't you go to school for it? Or, well, you can be a therapist. Even people say thank you for being, like a coach and stuff like that. And I don't consider myself, I don't give myself these labels. And I don't desire to. I don't want to go to school to become a therapist. I just don't want to do all that. I just feel like that God put me through something. And what he put me through, it opened my eyes to things that I wasn't aware of at first. And I just want to share that with people. I don't feel like I need to go to school. I just feel like by doing all that, it's like appointing myself to be much more than what this is supposed to be. I feel like that I'm doing, I feel like this is my calling and I'm doing what God has appointed me to do. So I'm good with where I'm at with this. I'm fine with it. And, I just want to help somebody. And I just hope that these videos are helpful to people, and I give it to you the best way I know how. I'm not trying to be like any other person on YouTube who has channels that speak on narcissism. I'm being myself, because if you look back at my old videos, I just started this channel for fun, just something to do with a whole lot of randomness going on. And again, I went through something, and then my channel, it transformed into something else. And I am grateful for that, because I am able to give back and help people to recognize, this thing that's very difficult to deal with. So again, a lot of times the narcissist, they'll tell you stuff like what they love about you the most, but it's never anything, it's never anything that sometimes you don't feel that. And when you don't feel it, it's because you're really trying to like push yourself and go further in life. And if it was up to the narc, they will hold you back and keep you right there where they want you, because some kind of way they take advantage of those moments. But it's not because they really admire you. They don't. Because if they really felt that way, they wouldn't throw it all back in your face to make you feel bad, on bad day. Or when you go no contact, you'll find out how the narcissists really feel about you. They don't care about those kind of things. It just benefits them in some kind of way, for the moment. And so, that's just how it is. That's just something that I wanted to point out. It's just something to think about. Don't ever let anybody stop you from doing what you really want to do. And I didn't mention that about the school thing, because I'm saying you don't have to go to school. That's just for me. That's just how I feel about it. As far as myself and my own situation and the way I look at it. But for anyone else who want to go to school and do whatever it is that, your heart desires. Go for it. As for me, y'all know I'm into movies and entertainment and writing and stuff like that. And that's just something I do. I just do it as a hobby. But at the same time, if I could take it further, I will. Now, if I need to go to school to further my education in that field, I will. That's not something that I'm up against. But as far as, therapy and psychology and stuff like that, I used to think about that, but then it's just like it will fade away. Like it will be a spur of the moment thought, and then it will go away, because I'm not really into it like that. This is just something that, well, not this is just something, but the way I choose to share my experience, I feel like this is the best way for me. And at the end of the day, it's about you and your preference. And don't ever let anyone take your preference away. Like, live your dreams. If God made it, made you able to go out and do things, go for it. Ain't nothing holding you back but you. Now, certain circumstances could be in the way, but that's only for a moment's time. If you keep your mind on that, if that's something that you really, really want to do, you'll do it in the long run. And it'll happen when it's meant to happen. Because 5 years ago, I can't imagine myself sitting here sharing videos about things like this. But, I was in a whole different state of mind then, mentally and spiritually. So now I'm in a different place, and it just comes to me natural, and it feels good. It feels good because I'm helping other people. That's my main goal, is just to share my experience in hopes that it helps others. And that's it. At the same time, you know, I get the privilege of being able to make a little money off of it, and God knows I need it. I need it. If I didn't need it, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't use the opportunity, but I need the money. It's things that I'm trying to do, and I need the money. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. Is that the narcissists, they don't really care about whether you live your dreams or not, or whether you be your best self. You know, they all in it for the moment, so they not really even trying to hear all that, because they feel like the more you put in of work to better yourself, you know, there's more work for them to have to follow you, and they're comfortable with just taking it just the way it is. So, you know, that's just something that I want to point out real quick. But thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.